30-second board is up. The Gold Coast of Australia is known for its stunning beaches and incredible surf locations. Tonight it is where you will find the largest gathering of the best supercross racers on the planet. They are here for one reason, the quest to be crowned world champion. Drop the gate! Headed off to the first corner, and Anstey's on the inside on the 99. Can he ride his night? He's not going to get the whole shot. As you see the rest of the field, Cody Schock coming through there, but Anstey is right up in the mix, Daniel.
And that is how you back up what you did in qualifying in Superpole. This is a tone-setting race for Enzo Lopes and a big opening lap for Max Anstey.
Lopes out front on the number 16, riding for Rick Ware on the Yamaha. Chasing him is Max Anstey on that Team GSM machine.
Different rhythms right there. Max gets that big triple. Enzo singled in. They come out the same. And here's the big test, and it will be all night long.
All through the whoops. Here we go. Lopes gets through there great. Anstey gets through there even better. And Cody Schock and Shane McElrath do as well. McElrath squares up the next berm as they come over the finish line jump. McElrath inside. Here comes Anstey pushing on Lopes already. Inside. New leader? Yes, new leader here on the Gold Coast.
And he didn't even wait. He didn't let for the race to settle down, let Enzo Lopes build a little confidence. He says, no, I need it right now. I'm going to take it. That was aggressive. Great move by the points leader.
Every race that we've had this year in an SX2 category event, Max Anstey has won every single one of them. 8 laps, 12 laps, main events, premium races, doesn't matter, he's won everything. Maximum points all the way across the board for Max Anstey in 2025.
And this is a big moment for Enzo Lopes too. You've been great in the whoops all night long. Can you pull it right now? Anstey a little quicker in, little quicker out, and now you got Lopes looking up behind him on his teammate Cody Schock. That's not a good sign. And if you're Max Anstey, that little gap that you got allows you to take the lines that you want. Look at McElrath.
Here comes McElrath trying to make a move, but guess what? Cody Schock takes advantage of it on the 69, and he will be back in front of McElrath.
And these are your top 4 in points, so seeing them up front is not surprising, but the order's a little bit different than we've seen this year. Shane McElrath has had a tough go as your defending champ. He had body issues at round 1, bike issues at round 2, but he looks better tonight.
Keep an eye on the 43 back behind them, the red bike. That's Cullen Park, who just missed out on Superpole by what, 100th of a second, something like that? And here he is in 5th and closing. And the guy that he's been battling with all season long, Cole Thompson, is 2 spots back behind him, with Maxime Desprez between the two. Here's McElrath looking inside. A Schock takes the spot away, and McElrath moves up into the top 3.
And I think we're seeing the passing spots on this track. It's after the whoops, after the finish, and in the first corner. Those are the 180s. Oh, look at Schock coming back up the inside.
Cody Schock up the inside. McElrath trying to find a way to defend it. He gets a pretty good drive off the corner, hugs to the inside. Great side-by-side battle, but Schock is a little quicker off the corner and into the wall jump.
That was great defense by Cody Schock. Shane McElrath wanted to get him back in that right-handed 180. Schock gave him nowhere to go, but now look, Cullen Parks joined the party.
Yeah, as we said, all that fighting between McElrath and Schock has allowed Park to close right in. McElrath right along the top blocks as he blitzes through the whoops. He was very quick through there.
Yeah, and last lap he was closer, so he had the chance to make the pass. This lap he was a little further behind, but you saw Enzo Lopes having a little issue there too, where Anstey is really starting to check on these guys in that section and route. We talk about the starts and the speed, but Anstey's been great in the whoops too. We're seeing it now early in Sprint Race 1.
Shane McElrath, the reigning SX2 champion. Oh, McElrath way loose, and Park gets by. Park clips the top blocks, and that'll give McElrath a chance to come back, but he can't get it done through that rhythm lane. And Cullen Park moves himself up to 4th, and the reigning champ slips back another spot in frustration.
And that's how quick things can change. Remember, 2 laps ago, he's playing offense. He's looking for a way around Schock. One mistake turns to 2, and the next thing you know, you're on defense, and then the big mistake lets Cullen Park by. And now for Cullen, you got a free run at Cody Schock. What can you do with a little open track?
Well, and it also continues the problems for Shane McElrath, who had physical issues at the opener, Argentina, mechanical issues in Vancouver, and today, I don't know, what would you call it, Daniel? Just riding issues?
Yeah, little mistake. I mean, one turns to two, and that happens as a racer. When you make a bobble, it's hard to recover and get back on pace. And then when you make the second one, you start second guessing. That leads to a third mistake, and it's really hard to recover. The rider who's making no mistakes is Max Anstey, and this is why that pass on lap 1 was so important. He's been able to ride somewhat free since then, and if he would have settled into Lopes' pace, this could be a completely different race, but he did what he needed to do early.
Max Anstey was crowned champion of the SX2 category in 2023. He is well on his way to his 16th race win in SX2 competition in his career. McElrath sitting here in 5th. This one winding down quickly, scheduled for 8 laps, 10 points up for grabs. And even though Max had issues in qualifying and Super Pole, he's looking to be perfect still in race competition.
And I gotta point out, the track looks good compared to what we saw in qualifying. They got some moisture in, they worked it in, but it's still slick, and it might even be a tougher type of slick because that little bit of water they put on, it might take a race before it really works itself in. So you see these mistakes, these are coming from maybe a little bit of a false impression on what that dirt looks like and what it really feels like.
Here's one of the spots Anstey's so good as he rips across the top of the woods.
Yeah, it's the entry speed. I mean, when you come in that committed, that trusting, that fast, you can just carry your way out. We saw Lopes make a little mistake here and there, and that's all from the entry speed. And Max, that confidence, we've seen it from A to Z. Everything he's doing this year is just on another level.
And the best battle on the racetrack is coming up right here. It's a fight for third between the 69 of the Rick Ware Racing Arby's back machine of Cody Schock, and closing in on him fast is the Moto Concepts Racing entry, the number 43 of Colin Park, as we are on the final lap here in the opening race of the day at the Australian GP.
And we've been talking all week. Colin Park's riding has not matched the results, but it's been from issues outside of his control. A big second place finish in the first race of the year, and then issue after issue after issue. So this is a big bounce back and a rebound for Colin Park.
Here's Max charging at you once again. To the finish line jump, and Max Anstey gets career race victory number 16, with 2 more possibly getting added to that total here tonight as we get set for race 2 and 3 in a little bit in SX2 competition. Lopes, Schock, Park, McElrath, the top 5 in SX2 race number 1 as we finish this one off with Wageman coming across the line in 11th.